Hey, good morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. I thought I'd get out of the rain in the southeast and give you a look up north and also give you the weather. So you're looking down a road between Interlochen and Traverse City, and you can kind of get a feel for what the leaf color looks like. And it's really not a whole lot. We're going to walk down to Duck Lake while we talk about the weather here. You're wet in the southeast half of the state is what I'm finding this morning. In fact, there's a flood watch for Detroit and Ann Arbor, Flint, Lansing, Saginaw, the Thumb. I kind of feel like it's warranted, but I wouldn't worry too much. Now, the verbiage from the Weather Service is that you can have heavy rainfall 1 inch per hour. I'm not so sure about that. I think it's more of just a long duration, 1/4 inch every 6 hours to 1/2 inch every 6 hours. So probably not your instantaneous flooding type rain. It's definitely not your rain that you would see in the middle of summer. You know, a 4-inch rain over the course of an hour or two. We're talking about, if you total out to 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, we're talking from yesterday when it started raining in places to Friday morning. Okay, so right now the rain's from Muskegon to Houghton Lake to Alpena, south and east. So pretty much take a diagonal across lower Michigan. South and east of that line, you're getting the rain. North and west of that line, like where I'm at right now, just gloomy, maybe some spritzels. And the real rain right now, steady stuff, stretches from Lansing to Midland and eastward into the Saginaw area, into the Thumb, into Ann Arbor and Detroit. I would call it a moderate rain. So the heavy rain will pick up, it looks like, this afternoon into this evening in the southeast. So you get some increase in intensity. Hey, by the way, I'm not really sure how to spin my camera. So, hey, folks, thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. We're taking a look at the weather and we're taking a look at the leaf color. And, you know, a lot of you have mentioned, hey, leaves are changing fast. I see a tree that's colorful. Yes, that's true. But as you can see, there's really not much color yet. I don't know if the summery weather we've had over the last week has just kind of slowed it down. I do have a prediction, and I still think that it's pretty good because I factored in the previous weather, I factored in the future weather, and we'll continue to update that for you. We're thinking about Thursdays is a good day to get an update on the fall colors, so you can make plans for the weekend. Hey, let's head on down to Duck Lake. And remember, the water areas of Michigan sometimes take longer than the inland areas because the water areas stay warmer overnight. And again, you can really see not much happening, with just maybe some subtle hint of a lot of trees kind of getting just a hint of a fallish color. There you can see what we call the Duck Lake Peninsula. And scan around. So again, not much color really there. All right, now I'm going to try something here. And we're going to switch cameras. And you got to look at me for a little bit. Okay, there I am. Hey, thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. I'm meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, and this update is brought to you by Consumers Energy. So we do have a flood watch in effect. The wording from the Weather Service, I think, sounds a little overblown, a little bit. Now, bad drainage areas of those low spots on the interstates and the highways in the Detroit area and Ann Arbor, because the roads stink, is I guess how we should say it. that's where you're going to have the problem. And, you know, if your downspouts aren't taking the water away from your house, and you could have a problem in your basement. But otherwise, it's not a, you know, everybody gets flooded out type rain. Looks like about an additional 1 to 2 inches. A lot of 2-inch amounts will be coming as we go into, you know, the next 24 hours. So what's going to happen is the rain is going to increase in the southeast this afternoon, continue overnight, become more spotty tomorrow, and then the rain actually shifts back to the west. So places like here, Interlochen and Traverse City that aren't getting the rain today will get into it tonight, and tomorrow will be a wet day as the weather actually moves westward on this one. Kind of a strange pattern that you wouldn't normally expect. And then by Friday morning, everything will shift out, and we have another fairly solid rain, fast mover, cold front that comes all the way from the UP all the way down to Chicago and sweeps across the state. It looks like Friday night, Saturday morning, and then moves on out. So a fairly nice weekend with a couple of flaws in there. And yes, dare I say, folks, we have had, more than likely, we have had our last summery weekend last weekend. So there you have it. There's your fall color update. Not worth it in the at least the northwest parts around Traverse City just yet this weekend. Of course, it's always worth it to go for a drive, right? But not for fall color. You got to go to the UP for that, I would say. But we do have much cooler temperatures on the way. Get ready for some highs in the 50s and 60s and lows in the 40s. That's as we go into next week. And if we clear out at night, we'll start to get some 30s. Nothing that looks like a frost just yet, but all of these are harbingers of the fall to come, you know, and that the leaves will start to change. So, hey, thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. A little walk and talk through the area through the weather. I'll just leave you with, instead of me, let's leave you with a better shot across the lake. We got some fishing going on there on Duck Lake. And there it is. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update, brought to you by Consumers Energy, live from Duck Lake, actually in Grawn, not Interlochen. Interlochen's over there. Grawn is over here. Have yourselves a great day. Drive carefully in the southeast. Watch out for those bad spots that you say, that road is really terrible. That's where you get the flooding, and I'll have more updates for you on MLive. Take care.